What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I'm back with another video. And it's something that Marshall, have taken for granted, something I haven't told you guys in a long time. I make a great cup of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, this video right here is very, very important. Very, very important. And just hear me out before you grab the pitchforks and resort to racial slurs and all types of stuff that you guys do. Shout out to Isaiah. One of my subscribers yesterday sent me a video, and I will remember to leave the link down below. I want you guys to watch it. CNN went to Tokyo, Japan. They did a report, nice little thing on Sony's walls, and then they went to where I guess Sony's headquarters, business offices over in Japan. I think maybe the last one that they have, and showed or had on display all the great things that Sony has made throughout the years. The first DVD player, first CD player, and all this stuff. Like, damn, Sony really brought a lot of technology to the game, and you can see why they led the industry for so many years. But by Sony doing that, they did a piss poor job of fending off competition. And what the competition did was more say, hey, we can't, compete with Sony's name, but what we can do, we can make our product much cheaper than Sony. And that's what Samsung did. That's what Vizio did. That's what all these other, great TV manufacturers and tech companies, because I'm gonna keep it honest with you, Samsung was the Apple back. Sony was the Apple back in the day. Now Apple have these cult followings and followers that go buy everything Apple. That's how it was with Sony. Sony Discman, Sony Walkman, Sony VCR player, Sony TV, Sony Universal Remote. Sony every damn thing, And Sony's not the household name and brand that it was anymore. Bring you to present day. Like I said, this video is not about their financial rules. No, I done talked about that for the last 2 years, and but what bothers me, and it's you at the end of the day, like I said, we can all have our allegiance for our favorite pieces of plastic, okay? For whatever reason you think I hate Sony. Most of you people defend it for the places that don't even own one. And I had this since day one. But whatever allegiance that you have to whatever company for whatever reasons, even got my third 4K, Sony 4K television, I must say. We are consumers first. And I've said this before when I said this, and I was telling you guys that, I don't mind paying for Xbox Live superior service. PSN is just as good, and the house is just as good, and it's always down for service maintenance, security breaches. But anyway, they've been breached again, where they found a major intrusion into their security. It was hold on, read it here, okay? And this is serious. It says here, a major security exploit on Sony support site alleged discovered by an IT expert. An alleged vulnerability in Sony's PlayStation network that allows unauthorized access to private customer data has been discovered by an IT security expert, according to a report posted on a German tech website. The site claims that an SQL injection vulnerability on Sony support site grants users unauthorized access to the data. So you can do an SQL injection and they can have our information again. Come here, Maya. Blow your nose. They can have our information again. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Daddy Daycare here. Blow. There we go. Blow. One more time. Blow. Blow. Baby sick. Blow. Alright, blow. Alright. Thank you. Alright, go sit down. I got it. I'll give you minutes in a minute, okay? Alright. So, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I was one of the ones that was affected by the PlayStation breach 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was one of the ones, and so the Sony didn't say anything for 2 weeks. Yes, All right, 1 second, okay. You know, and if had they said something, been honest, I could have went out and canceled my debit card or whatever the case may be, and they didn't say anything. Okay. Oh no, baby, give me 1 second, all right? And I could have went out and I could have did something about it, but Sony chose to be quiet about it, and and had to cancel my cards and prove, it was a whole bunch of shit. And even, and when it was down for those 2-3 months, and they gave us the free games, and the only reason again that I got PlayStation Plus and stuff, they had my credit because my son, he's a pony. Yes, I have a child that's a pony, and I'm to this day, me and my family are working hard. He hasn't been rehab. He's a pony. You hear me? But anyway, so that's what he got me again. He got my card again, and then I don't even play FIFA. I believe he probably does in school or whatever the case may be. But I had some weird purchases on from EA, with the FIFA thing. I'm like, what the hell? So you know what? I said, screw this. So I took the card, canceled that debit card, got a new one. I said, they're not getting my credit card information anymore. And then they were swindling people, siphoning people points. Like, this shit is crazy. And again, and I said this before, PlayStation Plus, now that we pay for it, I don't understand why that we're paying for it. Because once it's free on the PlayStation 3 and on the Vita, it's free on the same network. There's nothing different. Nothing different. Nothing. It's free for the Vita, free for the PS3, but we pay on the PS4. That doesn't really make sense to me. But that's that bad consumer service I was telling you about with Sony. But I understand you hate to eat money, but I can see they took the money from PlayStation Plus and put it into their network, more servers or something. And I say, fine, I can see where my money's going. Every day, every other day, maintenance updates and this, that, and the other. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I'm like, damn. And then like, again, with the whole Drive Club thing, I wanted to get Drive Club. Just the guys honest truth. I was gonna, download the free version, and I said, fine, fuck it. And I was, something said wait, and I had put my car in the shop. And by the time my wife got home, I didn't feel like going outside anyway. But don't you know those people still can't connect and play that game online? 3 weeks later, almost 4 weeks later, they still can't play online, and Sony's still charging full retail price for a game that is broken. Then, here's my last thing. My last woe. After Sony's major update, the 2.0, Sony's, I said, numerous users report their rest mode are crashing, and reports to other glitches with the PlayStation 4 after this PS4 update 2.0. A notable number of users have taken to forums and other online channels to complain about PS4's experience issuing the final installation of the significant update 2.0. It said, according to the report, users have incurred PS4s that won't turn back on after put it in rest mode, or the new version of Sony's sleep mode. Many also report that, the penis are turning off without warning. If you play the game, the system just shuts off. And they having, when they go to install their games, they're getting bad data, corrupted data when they go to install their games. And, some motherfuckers' consoles just didn't come back when they just did. And if this is because this is a mandatory update, imagine if Sony has to replace all those consoles. Could you imagine what that's going to cost Sony? It seemed like at launch, I don't know, maybe, they God don't like ugly, all that little shit they were doing with the hype and the propaganda about the resolution. That's how we trade our games when they was going to do the same damn thing. Maybe it's coming back to bite them in the ass, man, like this is, again, this doesn't, and we are all gamers. I'm not laughing at anybody that system's broke. That might be a child. Mother may be on welfare. That's the only console we got. I don't see it funny at all. So don't, please, me reporting on this, don't take it as me laughing at somebody, because, everybody may not be as fortunate to meet me or you, and maybe that PlayStation 4 was the only source of entertainment for that household, for a bunch of kids or whatever. And I just think it's sad, man. Maybe a child, and you guys gotta look at it like this. Take yourself out of the equation. Some people can't afford or don't have the luxury of owning multiple consoles. They can afford it, and they got the PS4 first, and maybe, a mother, one job, single mom, bought her sons or daughters a PS4, they want to play online, they got 1 or 2 games they want to play online, and the shit is always down for maintenance. Could you imagine that, how they may feel? Take yourself out of the equation, man. You know, I'm not saying that no online service is perfect. You know, sometimes you can't. You know, they have a feed on in the middle of the Xbox, the blade. Sometimes it's here. I can see it. You can see it. I can show you from here. Back out. Sometimes it's right here. See that arrow when it's turning? Sometimes that doesn't load, but other than that, you just go inside and click it, and you can still access your friends to the far left. You know what I mean? Here in the middle, you know, you still access your friends or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I said. You know, sometimes it happens with with the Xbox One, but we're always able to go online. You know, like that's the main thing we're paying for, is to go online and pay online. And man, like I said, I don't know. And hey, but anyway, Sunset Overdrive is out, and I'm about to hop on this. What do you call this? I just got the Evolve beta. So look out for that later on. It's your boy Next December 20. Let me know what you think down below, and also click the link. I'm gonna leave the link there, and you watch the Sony video, whatever the case. Like yo, and you guys say, well, maybe next year Sony's gonna roll. Sony does not have the money. It costs them money. They can't even fix their online issues, put a better security. And you think they're going to invest millions in dollars into new IPs? No, my friend. No. Bang, bang.